Welcome back, everybody. We hope you're having an amazing day. The sun is shining today. It is a great day to be alive. As you guys can see here, we have an amazing new car that we just picked up, and we wanted to do a full review for you guys. Just look at that front end. Guys, this is the all-new 2023 CT5-V series. And this car is in the electric blue paint, as you guys can see. And I will give you a walk around interior, exterior, the whole 9 yards in this video. So jumping down to the front here, well, let's talk about this hood first. You can see these two massive lines going right up the hood, and it just looks amazing. All the lines in this car look really, really sharp. Jumping down to the front end here, we'll start left to right. Full LED headlights with the daytime running light there, the signature Cadillac daytime running light. We do have these turn signals, sorry, not turn signals. These are your turning lights, your cornering lights as they call it. And those turn on whenever you do turn the steering wheel left or right a little bit. Those will come on and they'll light up your corner. Coming over to the front of this massive grille, we have the mesh design, all gloss black for the V trim, big Cadillac logo. Coming down to the bottom of this front end, you can see we kind of have a nice little kind of front lip there, little extension with the, so it goes gloss black, and then we have the electric blue paint poking through for that front splitter. Same with that mesh design on the bottom. Now these vents over here, this is fake up until the bottom portion here. This gets real, but up until then, it would have been nice for all that to be real, but nonetheless, an amazing looking front end. Now let me walk around the side here to show you a side profile of this Cadillac CT5-V. Very nice looking stance. Starting with the front, black V logo, black mirror caps. We'll get to all that. So I did opt for the Onyx package, which gives you these beautiful 20-inch black wheels. Of course, the V series gives you these large Brembo brake calipers, gloss black 20-inch wheel. Now these are a 255/35 R20 in the front. Actually, for that point, all the way around, they are the same 255/35 R20s. These are run flat tires. They are the same on all four corners. Beautiful black wheel there. Dropping down to the side here, we have, again for the V series, this black side sill extension. Looks very nice off the blue paint. And that is a V series and maybe even a sport model option. Like I said, black mirror caps. Walking around to the side, we do have the lighting package as well, which will give you these illuminated door handles. And one thing to note is these handles, there's no handle. So you push a button and that will open. We'll show you that once we jump to the interior. Gloss black trim around the windows. You guys can see that beautiful brown interior poking through. Gloss black pillars there as well. Very, very nice look with the blue. And like I said before, still a 20-inch wheel, 255/35 R20 run flat tire. These are the Michelin Pilot Sport run flats. So it's a very good tire, very sticky tire. One thing to mention while I'm here is we have the Ultra View panoramic sunroof. So you can see the first part will open, then the next part is for your backseat passengers. But just very luxurious as a typical Cadillac would be, while giving you those sporty aspects. So coming around to the back here, we have one thing to mention before I get started is the housing on these brake lights have been blacked out. You can see it around there. They've been blacked out for the V series. On a normal model, you will have a very light housing, so it doesn't give you that sporty look. It goes more with chrome, I would say. Coming around to the back, again, you have your Cadillac logo. We have a nice deck lid, trunk lid spoiler here in that electric blue. Black V badging, black trim here as well. All-wheel drive is in black as well, with the CT5 there, giving you a full look. Now dropping down, of course, we have our parking sensors. We have a quad exhaust, which actually looks very, very nice. Then we have a paint matched electric blue rear diffuser, and there is your LED reverse light. One thing to mention, of course, with Cadillac, all these lights are LEDs, of course, in typical Cadillac fashion. There's your backup camera. Coming around to the side again. And one thing to note is this has the 360-degree camera. So as you can see under there, you have a camera, as well as in the front. I know you guys saw it, but I didn't believe I mentioned it. So we have a front camera there as well for the full 360-degree camera view. And that is the exterior on the Cadillac CT5-V. One thing to further mention is the front parking sensors as well, so front and rear park assist. And that will conclude the exterior. Now let's jump into the interior. Starting off with the door panel here, and nice soft touch material up top. Dropping down a little bit, this beautiful carbon fiber trim with your door handles, lock, unlock, and the Bose Performance Series sound system, which sounds very, very good. Coming down a little bit more here, we have an ambient lighting strip that will light up at night, just right under this trim here on all four doors, obviously, which also looks very classy at night. We have our memory seat settings, window controls. Like I mentioned earlier, we do have the brown interior, which carries over to the door panel, which is very, very tasteful. Also feels very, very soft, nice to rest your arm on. We do have a trunk release down there as well, along with a good size door storage pocket. And coming over to the sill plate here before we sit inside, illuminated V logo sill plate there. Nice kind of a metal-like trim, silver trim around. And that is the door panel. So now we'll jump inside and show you all the interior features. Just before I jump in here, just wanted to show you these amazing, very comfortable seats. So what we have here is you have your Cadillac logo, nice brown, heated and ventilated seats here. You have a thigh extension, as well as a lumbar massage for these as well. So you have heated, ventilated, and a massage. So jumping down to the controls here, this little round black button is for a massage. That is how you will activate the lumbar massage quickly. This dial will, you can also do that with this dial. It'll pop up on the screen, and you can also adjust your bolstering on both sides as well through this dial. These two are your typical seat controls, of course, for your back, up or down, and your typical seat controls. I believe this is an 18-way power adjustable seat. We'll take a look at our foot box while we're here. Nice kind of aluminum pedals there with a rubber trim. which is also very, very nice. Now we'll jump inside and show you behind the wheel of this Cadillac CT5-V. Okay, everybody, we're behind the wheel of this 2023 CT5-V from Cadillac. And as you can see, this one has been optioned with the suede steering wheel. So now taking a look at it, beautiful Cadillac logo right in the center with your horn. Starting off with the left side here, you have your adaptive cruise controls here, heated steering wheel, your gap adjust as you can see on the screen, your hands-free calling options there as well. Now coming over to the right side, we have your seek for your songs to go up or down through those songs, your rolling dial here to control your screen, which we'll show you in a minute. You have our V mode, which is very, very important. I will go through that one in depth in just a little bit here. You have your sound controls as well, and that is your look at your steering wheel. Just before we get into the gauge cluster itself, I'll just show you around the interior. This one was also optioned with the suede headliner. So your A-pillars are suede. Of course, your mirrors up here as well, all suede. We have our sunshade. I'll show you that in a second, but it's all suede, which is very, very nice, as well as these red seat belts, which is a very nice touch. Now, coming up top here with our suede headliner, we have our garage controls up here, your two lights. This is for the sunshade, so when I press that, your sunshade will open. And of course, if I close my sunroof up top there, the sunshade will close the full way, of course. For your sunroof, your door lights, and then your lights on or off, your typical OnStar things as well here up top. Now dropping down here, we have the rear view camera mirror. So of course that's the camera, that is us right now. There is your camera. You can adjust all the different settings by pushing these buttons here, your brightness, things like that. If you want to up it or lower it, your zoom in or out, again, you can adjust that. And of course, up or down for the mirror. Okay, so that is that. Now dropping down here, we have very nice contrast brown stitching that you'll see throughout. A gloss, kind of a black trim there. We have our 10-inch infotainment screen here. Dropping down, your two air vents, very nicely placed, just a very nice touch how they integrate that into the dash there as well. Your controls here on the bottom, on and off for your fan and your heating controls. Of course, your different options there. Fan speed, hot or cold. We'll show you here. AC, your recirculation, sync, defrost, front and rear. Of course, even lower, just below that, you're gonna find your heated seats, your cooled seats. Now this is for if you are parallel parking. This car will parallel park itself. You have to click this when you are close. You could either do a parallel, you could do a perpendicular, left or right side. Very, very cool. We'll have to do a video on that to see how well that works. Stay tuned for that one. Your parking sensors, your hazards, lane keep, 360 camera, like I stated before. Let's just exit out of this. Then we'll bring up our 360 camera. You have all these different views, front and rear, front over the top, rear over the top. That black is just because my door was open, now it's closed, you can see it. Now up and down the sides of the vehicle. GM's camera systems are very, very nice. And of course your 360 as well. Now just below all of those controls, we have our mode selector. So we have a few different modes here. We have, let's start off in, so as you hit that, we'll start off in tour mode. This is our tour dash. You can customize what you see on whether you want your LSD, you want your engine boost, all of these different options. you can have on there. Now this is Tour. This vehicle does also have the adaptive valve in the exhaust, so you will see that will change. So as I put it into Sport, the exhaust opens up. I don't know if you could hear that or not, but we will do a full video on the exhaust note on this car. Stay tuned for that. That will be a good video. So here's our Sport mode. You can see we have our tire temps there, your G's, different options there as well. And this is the Sport setup. So of course you can change all these to have what you want on there, but very, very cool. That's the Sport mode. Now, if that wasn't enough for you, we'll put it into Track, and that will give you another different display here. And look, this is my personal favorite, the Track display. And again, same thing. You could go through everything there as well. We have your trip computer, V performance timer, driver assistant, your phone, of course, when it's connected, navigation, phone, your oil life, different options, different display themes like I was just showing you. There's different options for your tachometer, traditional, or you can have the numerical one as well, which looks like that. I like the traditional. You have your speed warning if you want to set a speed warning. Speed signs to show what the speed limit is. Your units, whether you want imperial, or I should say rather US or metric. Your tire pressure. This also has a heads-up display. I don't know if you can see it there. Let me try and up the brightness so you can see it, but it may be hard to see there. We have our heads-up displays, and of course your heads-up display controls your brightness, what info you want it to display, where you want it, up or down. These are your light controls for your interior to see how bright or dim you want your lights. Electronic parking brake. We have an SD card there. If you do want to record track times, you can do that from there. I'm going to pop it back into the different modes, and we even have a snow and ice mode here, which is like Tour but takes off the acceleration. That way you're not spinning out on snow or ice. We have a My mode, which is a fully customizable mode that you can pick. And then, like I mentioned earlier, we have V mode right here. By clicking this button, you will enter into V mode, which will essentially give you a traction control option here. So if you click it again, we have different modes in V mode. Performance traction, you can see race 2, traction control is off. We can go into, let me just pull that up again, hit V mode again. You have your different modes. You'll scroll with your mode selector. Race 2, like I said, there's race 1, sport, dry, and wet. Different performance tractions there. And as we scroll through it, you'll see Sport 1, race 1 will put your traction control off, and race 2, of course, will have your traction control off as well. And you can see just at the bottom there that you are in race 2 in V mode. So that means everybody else should be scared. We'll show you an overall look of the interior here as well. Like I mentioned with the massaging seat, so as you press that dial on the side, this is what it will bring up. Let me just pop out of the cameras here. Let's go back home. There we go. So as you hit this dial here, you will see we have the option for your lumbar massage as well as bolstering. So this will adjust. This is your bolstering adjust. You can see if you want it in more, if you want it to hug you, or if you want it to be a little bit more relaxed. You have that. We have our lumbar support. If you wanted to, you should have your lumbar all the way out, and how low or how high you want that. And then, like I said, we have your massaging function as well, and that gives you a nice roll lumbar massage there, which is very, very nice. As we drop down here, like I showed you, below that we have our wireless charging, as well as a little spot for something small. We have our traction control beside our mode selector. Auto hold, this is when you go on the brake. When you're at a light, it will automatically hold. You don't have to keep pressing the brake. Auto start stop. We have our gear shifter here, which we have a button just on the side here. That's how you will activate into your different modes. Of course, drive, reverse, neutral, park, and then, so I'll show you here, foot on the brake. If we want to put it into drive, we'll just pop that down like that. And then one more, we'll put it into manual mode. Very, very simple, very easy to use. This also has suede on the shifter. That was another option. We'll put it back into park here. This very, very nice carbon fiber trim around the center console here. And you'll notice that this vehicle was German inspired, with all these volume knobs here, your seek, music, navigation, and then you have your dial here to select different options here if you did not want to use your finger on the touchscreen. Very nice carbon fiber trim. You can see we have a nice spot for our phone in here, 2 cup holders, and nice carbon fiber trim on the passenger side as well, and that door panel with the red seat belts. So very, very nice. Soft touch material on your center console here. It's firm, but it's soft enough to where it's not going to bother you, which is nice. And we'll just show you one last look at the interior, and we'll jump into the back seats to see in the CT5 how comfortable your passengers will be sitting in the back seat while you carve your corners in the CT5-V series from Cadillac. All right, everybody, jumping into the back seats now. Door panel is pretty much identical up front. You still have that carbon fiber trim, ambient lighting, Bose Performance Series sound system, your window control there as well. They're all auto windows. Nice little door pocket there underneath the brown interior. Now, trying to get in, I'm about 6'2", and that's my normal seating position. And there is lots of space. One thing to note is that these are like stadium movie theater seats. They are raised from the front, which is very, very nice of Cadillac. Still beautiful brown interior, leather seats, red seat belts. But now we'll try and jump in here, see how much space we have. And as you can see, I have lots of knee room. Feet are all right as well, but headroom's not terrible. They do have these indents for more headroom. It is a little tight in the head area. Up top here, it's a little tight. But other than that, I'm fitting back here fairly comfortably. Like I said, the headroom is the only thing that would be a challenge. But again, this is my normal seating position in the front driver's seat. Now looking at our center console here in the back, we have 2 air vents. We have a 12 volt and a USB-C is there as well. Decent little pocket. First, well, it's not very big. Storage pocket back there. You can see the red seat belts. Now, funny thing to note is, even getting the red seat belts, the middle seat belt for your middle passenger is black, which is kind of strange, but that's how they've done it. Pulling down your little cup holder spot here right in the center. 2 cup holders, nothing crazy. Soft, very soft back here to rest your elbow. But we'll fold that right back up. And now we'll show you the trunk and the hood on this 2023 CT5-V. Okay, everybody, looking at the trunk space that we have, and one thing to note here is there will be a Cadillac logo that pops up right on the bottom there, which will be how you wave your foot and the trunk will open. Let me try that again. Better luck that time. And it will open hands-free, which is nice. It won't close though, so you'll have to manually close it. Or of course you use the button on the bottom there, that will open your trunk. Looking at the space back here, you can drop your seats there. It's like a 60-40. That kind of looks like a 70-30, but decent space back here. It's got a decent size opening, which is nice. It is a big car, so you would kind of expect that, but you have some space there. Lift this up, you got a little bit more space underneath, but it's pretty deep. As long as you can get things through this opening, you'll be okay. So decent space there in the trunk. Now we'll close it up and we'll have a look at what's under the hood powering this 2023 CT5-V. Okay everybody, we got the hood popped on the 2023 CT5-V from Cadillac. Very nice touch here. We have a V logo on the hood, and that brings us straight down to some Cadillac twin turbo action here. And so look at the engine bay. Twin turbo V6, 3-liter twin turbo V6 from Cadillac, and that produces 360 horsepower, 405 pound-feet of torque. And the engine bay is quite packed actually, but decent numbers from the twin turbo V6 from Cadillac. You have your hood struts here, no need to use a prop rod. And that is how the engine bay looks. Just looks very aggressive. Front end looks very wide from the front, but a very, very nice touch inside the hood engine bay for that V logo, and a very tasteful engine cover for that matter. It's not the worst, but it actually looks pretty nice there. Cadillac logo with the twin turbo. Looks very, very nice. Okay everybody, that will wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We were very excited to bring this car to the channel. Lots of videos coming on this car, so stay tuned for that. We hope you have an amazing rest of your day whenever you're watching this. We hope that you always follow your dreams and chase those dreams and make something of your life, because nothing will ever come to you. You have to go out and you have to get it. Do what you love in life and just stay determined and motivated. You will achieve those goals that you set for yourself, but take action is the most important thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you are new, and comment down below if you have any questions or any comments on the car itself. And we will see you guys very, very shortly in a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the support, and we will see you guys very, very soon.